By the way, the order in which we beat the dungeons in this run are Woodfall, Stone Tower Temple, uh, Snowhead Temple, and finally Great Bay Temple. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and equip this bottle and set up this Goron missile. Bite it. Oh, okay, that was interesting. Oh, the in-game time is looking really good, by the way, so I shouldn't have any issues with making it to Epona in time. There we go. And that was the Deku Princess cutscene skip. I think I altered the angle just very slightly to the right on the first attempt. That's probably what happened, but no big deal. No big deal. I definitely have enough in-game time to make it, so that's really good. I'm gonna make the safety save right here anyway, because if I mess up the Butler race somehow, that's a lot of in-game time lost, so I definitely cannot afford to fail it once. Thankfully, in the Majora's Mask 3D version, if I fall into the water as Goron Link, that doesn't fail me in the Butler race, because he just respawns on where he was standing last. But if I fall and void out, like into a endless pit or something, then I would have to restart the race again. And you can actually put the princess, Deku Princess right here. Whereas in the original, you would have to go up onto the pedestal right in front of the Deku King in order to drop her. And since I did the Goron, the Deku Princess cutscene skip through the Goron missile, the text that pops up when you first enter this room doesn't happen for some reason. It works out because this means I get to have the bottle on the touchscreen button. Because as long as text is out there, you can't use touchscreen buttons. But since I don't have to deal with that, I don't have to take the time to equip the bottle to X ahead of time or anything like that. So it really works out. Alright, so now that she's rescued and such, the Deku Butler will now be in this place. And we can do the Butler race. So I can get the Massive Truth. Massive Sense. I already have the Massive Truth. But I can get the Massive Sense now. Alright, so like that part right there, I'd be a little more afraid of that part in the original Majora's Mask, but not in the 3DS version, thankfully. Water is not a big scare with voiding out during this race. But if I fell down here or something, then that would pose an issue. I could go on missile to this area right here from on that tree trunk back there. But I do need the rupees. So, kind of works out. Because there are things that can go wrong with the Goron missiles. Or at least that one in the tree trunk room. Because I could possibly go too far past loading the next area. Even though I can still see it. But if that happens, you'll end up voiding out regardless. Because the game thinks you're behind the other door that's closing. Because you haven't loaded up the next area. So the game still thinks that you're in a previous area. It's pretty strange. but it's good to know. So that's a Goron missile that could potentially end up with me voiding out, but thankfully that didn't happen. Now we have the Massive Sense. And now that we do have it, we could just play Song of Soaring and head right back into Clocktown. I'm just gonna go there to grab the cafe mask, and then I'm gonna head towards the Romani Ranch. And it's only like a little past 4 on the in-game timer, so I'm definitely gonna make it in time. It's only 4:04. So that really works out nicely. So I'm going to go ahead, get the cafe mask, and set up the midnight meeting. Because we do have to do the cafe quest. Since this is the all-mask speedrun, we do have to get the couples mask as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to the mayor's wife. Get another mask that I need. And that's another nice thing about Goron Missile. Because some of you who've played this game a lot, at least casually, might be thinking, how can you go to Epona now if I don't have the powder keg? But the nice thing is, I don't need the powder keg, because you can actually use the Goron Missile to go right past that boulder that you would need the powder keg for. So, it's very useful. I'm going to go ahead and quit that now. Oh. Oh, she's talking to the Goron. Oh. Oh. that doesn't usually happen when I'm running this. Well, I gotta wait till it's 4:30 for them to stop talking. Because I can't play Song of Double Time while I'm inside. Well, that happened. At least we don't need the room key. I love all masks too. It's such an incredible category. It's really good for the 3DS version. Alright, so now I'm just gonna roll my way towards Milk Road. Don't have any magic, unfortunately, but I will be getting more soon. I'm gonna do a safety save right here, because I need to activate this owl statue anyway. But I'm gonna safety save there, because it can crash at any time. And better safe than sorry. Alright, yep. This was the big deal with the in-game timer. So as long as I made it here in time, we're in good standing. There's going to be other parts of the run where I do have to worry about the in-game timer, but nowhere near to the extent of this. And we're going to do this minigame with the cafe mask, because why not? Since we're running on all masks, we might as well have fun with the masks that we actually get to wear. So I hope you like this really creepy cafe mask. So a pretty good time for this minigame to get, this Epona minigame, would be sub 20 seconds. That'd be great. But if I do this really well, it could possibly be a sub 15. But let's see what happens. I kind of messed up. I didn't have Epona go at the angle I should have had her going. Because her head was kind of blocking one of the balloons. Still sub 20 though. It was 1971, so I'll take it. So in the 3DS version, Song of Double Time is changed by a good bit. You can, instead of automatically turning it into day or night, you can advance by increments of an hour. Which is going to be very useful for the aliens that we're about to destroy. Because, first off, I'm going to play Song of Double Time right after this to 3 o'clock at night, specifically. So the aliens will already be here. And then after I shoot the first wave of aliens, I'm going to play Song of Double Time again to make it a 4. And then I'm going to shoot the second wave. And then Song of Double Time to 5. And that's going to make the aliens go by a little quickly. So make that 3. That's also why I made a safety save earlier as well. Because in case my thumb slipped and I made it 4 instead, then that would be really bad for Romani. Oops, I don't want the bow there. That's going to throw me off on equips. I was supposed to actually equip that bow in the middle of doing Gorn Missile, because it's still possible to do Gorn Missile with the bow. Oops. Alright. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, in the Song of Double Time, and now they're already close. Much closer. Oops. So it kind of looks like I'm aiming really strangely, but I use the gyroscope aiming, so I'm turning my 3DS all the way to get to all of them. But they're pretty much done at this point. I'll just leave the rest up to the dog. He can do it. Here, oh, I can't pick him up. Okay, I was gonna help him, but I can just push him, I guess. I'll go get him, little doggy. Yeah, you show him. Yeah, you bark at that alien. Yep. You see? The dog did it. He barked at the aliens loud enough that they just all died. Thank goodness for the dog. Alright, so once I regain control of Link again, I'm not going to Song of Double Time right away. To make it day 2, there's still some things that I can do right now. Like doing a midnight meeting with Anju. I definitely want to meet her right now. And get the letter to Cafe. That's really important. And then there's also the Bremen mask. As well. I'm going to need that. Alright, but since I don't have the room key, I have to get to the other entrance of the Stockpot Inn, so I have to do that. You can simply just do a Gorn bounce, and he goes right through. So, very convenient. And I'll just talk to her wearing the cafe mask to remind her that, you know, to show her the face that, you know, she likes and all that. I mean, they're only getting married, so it's like, you know, why not? Why not rub in the fact that she's really missing the guy by wearing his face? Could be worse. It could be like the Zora and the Goron mask. It could be coming from a dead person. But at least that's not how the cafe mask was made. Unlike most, at least a good number of the masks. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Bremen mask as well, because I do need this. I mean, aside from it just being a fierce deity fodder, I also need this mask to get the bunny hood. So more fierce deity fodder, pretty much. A good number of the masks are just that, pretty much. Alright, now I'm gonna do Song of Double Time. Because I did deposit that letter, and that needs to be delivered to Cafe, so I could enter his house and get the Pendant of Memories to continue with the Andrew and Cafe quest. But I'm going to do Song of Double Time one more time. I'm going to make it 5 o'clock, but still during the daytime. Because then time can go on enough by the time I talk to Cafe, then warp to back to Milk Road, do the Gorman race to get the Garo mask, and then make my way to the Kuko Shack to do the Bunny Hood. By the time I do all of that, it'll be time to do the little mission with Crimea and protecting the milk jugs. And it's thankfully it's really easy to just roll in front of that wall near the entrance and then just mash target just to talk to Cafe, and mash A as well. Cafe is Fierce Deity's father? Yes, he is. Yeah, they made him on the moon with Majora. Yep, that's how he was created. Alright, so once I regain control of Link here, I'm going to immediately play the Epona song. You don't have to ride her though. As long as she's in this area, you can talk to the Gorman brothers and challenge them to the race. Just like that. So I kind of have to be a little careful with this race, because if I come into like a hard contact with either of the brothers, it's going to really slow me down a bit. Cancel whatever speed I got from the carrot. Or if I also like go into a tree and all that stuff. It's a lot more lenient in the original, but with this one you do kind of have to be careful. And that was the Gorman racetrack. I should get the Garo mask. And it's probably the only mask that's got a major change in design from the original. Because in the original, the Garo's mask was based off the like the normal Garos. But in this game, they're based off the Garo Masters. Guess it kind of helps stand out more, but the original was definitely much more fitting with the atmosphere, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so like earlier before, I just go on missile right straight into that into the boulder. And I'm making my way now towards the Kuko Shack. So fingers crossed that I get really lucky with the Kuko patterns. Because if I get really unlucky, that's going to affect, you know, the in-game timer. I mean, it's not the worst thing on the planet, but I do have to make it a Crimea at a certain time. Because she leaves at 7. And I don't want to miss her, because that's going to pose a problem. But so far, so good. I hope that one over there doesn't go too far to the right. Yes, keep moving to the left. Or just stay there, that works too. Alright, where's the rest? I don't think I missed any over there. So the last one should be like around here. Hopefully. It's also possible for them to go into that way past that fence. Alright, this should be the last two. Alright, this is pretty good. This is pretty lucky. That was the last one, right? Yep, that was the last one. Grabbing the last one as it just turned 6 is really lucky. So, I'm glad that worked out really well. This is definitely good in-game time. Because even if I barely make it to Crimea in time, I'd have to really rush it for to make it to Andrew before she, you know, goes into a bedroom for the night. I mean, it wouldn't be run over or anything, but I'd have to give it to her like during the final day, and that could pose some issues. But thankfully, that's not going to be the case. And, you know, since I don't have the room key, I'd have to take the top entrance if it's past 8:30. But, yeah. But we're good. We're good on that front. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the thing with Crimea. So, we're gonna do this the cool way by wearing the Brimman mask. Because wearing the Brimman mask turns our arrows into chickens, and we know that chickens are invincible, and we could just shoot them to peck the heck out of the Gorman brothers. But the issue is that they're invincible as well, so they just don't. Nobody's gonna die. Like, what good is a fight if no one dies? It's like game design, you know. Yeah, there's actually someone outside my house, my place, using an electrical lawnmower. There sadly isn't much I can do about that. Oh, but check this out though. Check. Keep an eye on the carpenter dude. Yeah, he's being dragged. He's being dragged alongside with it, like how Link was at the beginning of the game, by Skull Kid and Epona. Oh, there you go. He's gonna attack her. Yep. Yeah, he did it. He attacked and killed Crimea with his pickaxe. So now it's actually the ghost of Crimea that's driving the wheel, because she just died. So now it's time to protect the milk jugs of the ghost of Crimea away from the bandits right here by shooting them with chicken arrows. But they're invincible, so they can't die. But I can slow them down by shooting the heck out of them. I mean, I don't need to shoot them this much, but I just, you know, it's not like the game lags or anything by doing this. So I figured, you know, it'd be some nice target practice. I could always use some target practice. I mean, I'm sure these dudes don't mind. I'm sure they wouldn't mind too much. You know, it's as if they're trying to help me with the run or something, but... You know, they could have given their horses, like, the original design of the Gar's Mask. That would have been something. That would have been a sight. Like, you got the Gar Masters riding their minion Garos. That would have been interesting to see. But yeah, there we have it. We got the Romani mask now. So we're officially an adult now. We're old enough to drink alcoholic milk. Yep, this mask just proves it. It's like having your driver's license at the age of 12. You know, you have a license, so you can just drive a car now. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, make my way here, and just... Oh, how convenient. She's just right there. It's as if she knew I was coming in. So once I leave, I gotta do Song of Double Time to 4 o'clock. And there's two different reasons for that. Reason number one is that the milk bar would be open, because it doesn't open until 10. But 4 is way past 10. So the reason why I do up to 4 is because I do want it to turn to the final day while I'm at Stone Tower Temple, because that's coming up soon too. But before that, we got to get the Circus Leader Mask. And the Circus Leader Mask, or Troop Leader Mask, as they call it in this remake, the Troop Leader Mask is really important because we get to use it for the Crimea mission that we just did to prevent the Gorman brothers from even attacking us. So, yeah, that would be really useful for that mission. So that's nice, but after this, we're gonna end up just going to Woodfall anyway. So after this, the reason why we go to straight to Woodfall afterwards is because I'm gonna do another Fairy Fountain alternate exit through Goron Missile, and we're gonna go straight from the Woodfall Great Fairy Fountain straight into the Icona Canyon, the Icona Canyon Fairy Fountain, like just straight into the loading zone. It's gonna be fun. And then we're gonna get the Gibdo Mask afterwards and activate the Arcana Owl. And then we're gonna Goron Missile our way up into Stone Tower Temple. Yep, we're gonna do lots of Goron Missiles. We're gonna do even more Goron Missiles inside Stone Tower Temple. Ah, what? Okay, oops. Well, that happened. So I like to do a slide input from A to Y in that little song, but my thumb catches X sometimes. That happens. Buttons are super close after all. You can't believe Zelda ripped off Rock Band with this level? Well, it's a good thing I'm the best Rock Band player in the world, cause then I did the song super easily. So, lucky me. I actually need the Goron Mask on right now, so... You can actually use the touchscreen to pick which place you want to warp to. I mean, you still have to press A to confirm it, but just a little fun fact. Go ahead and take that. There we go. Alright, and I have to align myself a little differently here. Like, kind of right there. And in order to Goron Missile straight into the loading zone. Nice. Good. It's pretty easy to miss that. And just end up voiding out. Yep. And we do a Goron Missile on that door and just roll away and still end up inside the house. So that's a very useful Goron Missile. We're actually going to end up getting this mask twice. Because I'm going to, at some point, duplicate a bottle over the Gibdo Mask. Because when you duplicate a bottle over the Gibdo Mask and put hot spring water inside of it, during certain intervals on the cycle timer that I'm using, while the game is running, we could do some wrong warps that way. Yeah, we did 2 of them, actually. We did 2 massive wrong warps. So you're definitely going to see that at one point. But we do have to get it back again towards the end of the run, because it still has to be some fierce deity fodder. But at least Gibdo Mask is, you know, it's one of the most useful masks we can get, so that's always nice. Well, now I'm cursed. I guess I can't use my sword, but I guess I don't need to use a sword because I'm Goron Link, and it wouldn't stop him from punching, so I guess it's not too bad being cursed. Okay, so I'm gonna position myself pretty well here. Put on that spring water to melt the sunblock up in a Stone Tower Temple. Oh, is this enough? Oh no! Dang. That was really close. That was really close to being a insanely good Goron missile, but yeah, I guess I have to attempt it a second time, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it would have been nice to get up there first try. It's really close though. Oh, oh, okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but sure. Sure, I'll just try again. Oh, I could have sworn I rolled a little more that time. Alright, whatever. No big deal. I'll just try it again. Excuse me? There we go. There we go. Okay, this is definitely gonna make it. Yeah, it took a little bit, but we're gonna make it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're in. That's all that matters. Alright, so check this out. So we're somehow able to do this. Not quite sure what causes this to happen, though. But, hey, whatever works, works. It won't work on the other sunblocks. If I had to take a guess, I'd say it's probably, because I'm a little higher up and closer to the eye on the sunblock. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, that switch is new in this version. We have to actually hit that switch in order to even spawn the chest in the first place. And then once I have that key right here, I'm going to do a full backflip and then just a very quick backflip in order to void out to the beginning. Because it's still possible to void out when you go into the water as Goron Link. Oh, wait. Let me fix up the equip here. Oh, okay. I messed that up. Link? Okay, there we go. This should work. There we go. Now that is the first person glitch, and what I'm about to do right here is called the extended hookshot glitch, which is basically our version of the weird shot in this game. So that's pretty nice. And I still have enough bombs to do a Deku flower slide right here to go right through that gate. So it's very convenient. I'm gonna need some Deku nuts. Yeah, that should do. So that first person glitch I did in that other room with the extended hookshot glitch as well, that's the only time we do that in this run. Most other things can be done with Goron Missile. As a matter of fact, that same room can be done with Goron Missile as well, but that's like the most precise Goron Missile in the run, so... Or would be if I opted to do that in the mirror room. But I'd rather do the first person glitch. I get to show that off. That's the only time I do it. This game is pretty busted. I agree. But it's busted in a different way than from the original. So it's pretty nice. It's got some nice, you know, similarities here and there. But overall, very different experience. And you definitely get to see way more of Gore and Missile. Because you won't really see that in the speedruns of the original. And Gore and Missile is one of the best stuff. It's really fun to do too. Speaking of Gore and Missile, I'm going to do one pretty soon to do the big key skip now that I have the light arrows. If you do the big key skip right from the first room in the inverted Sun Tower Temple. Alright, so I'm going to need light arrows here, this here, and Goron there. Go ahead and shoot that. So you're going to see the Twin Mold fight pretty soon, and that's kind of been changed, like, a lot. It's the most changed fight in the game. And they also changed the way the Giant's Mask works by a lot. Alright, so I'm just gonna set myself up right here and get ready for another Goron missile. Hopefully I don't mess up and get stuck in a room. And I got stuck in a room. Well, that is unfortunate, but that's okay. Because I get to just play Song of Soaring, go back to the first room, and try again. Huh. Alright, he didn't clip in that time. Let's try again. Well, better that than getting stuck in a room. In an unloaded room. Oh. Got stuck again. Well, alrighty then. Alright. Not a big deal, but... There we go. Alright, we're not stuck this time. And I'm just going to use the bottom screen to make my way towards the loading zone. Should be here. Should be... There it is. Alright, good. It's on a very specific spot. I mean, even if you don't get it in time, you can actually just reach to the bottom of the arena, and it'll just load up the room anyway. But I'd rather not have to wait for the full fall, because he is, like, really high up. Alright, so, in this fight, we have to kill the blue Twin Mold first, no matter what. We can't shoot the red Twin Mold with light arrows, but all it does is just knock it back down into the ground. It doesn't do any actual damage. But it's kind of it's pretty useful to knock him down to the ground like that, because I only have 4 heart containers, and as long as I'm not giant, they do 2 hearts on contact, so they can actually just kill me in 2 hits. And I would really prefer not to die. So let's go ahead and knock him down again, because red Twin Mold's the dangerous one. The blue one's kind of sad, but that's okay. We'll put him out of his misery pretty soon. There we go. But once we have the Giant's Mask, the red Twin Mold can only do 1 heart on contact instead. So it's nice, especially since I'm currently at full health. So there's no fear of dying or anything right now. Oh, and this is the other one of the two masks that had its location changed. The other being Stone Mask, as some of you saw earlier. And this is the other one. This got moved into the boss fight now to guarantee that no one misses this mask. Because this mask is actually required to beat this fight. Because in the original, you don't need the mask to kill Twin Mold. You can just shoot it down with arrows. But in this version, you are actually required to use the Giant's Mask now. So let's go ahead and change this equip up to that. And put on the Giant's Mask. So Twin Mold spawned 5 babies. They showed 3 in that cutscene, but there's 2 more that came along. You want to kill the first 3, like, in one punch, like, immediately after you become giant. But you want to keep at least 1 baby alive. Because that eliminates the possibility of Twin Mold summoning more babies. And you really don't want that, because when Twin Mold summons more babies, that's just a lot of annoyance to deal with. And they really get in the way, especially when you're trying to use those boulders to instantly knock down Twin Mold. So that little last baby, I'm just going to keep it alive until I don't need it anymore. Oh, and when you're doing this fight, it's really important that you don't accidentally throw the stones out of bounds, because then you just lose it pretty much. And now we just go Super Mario 64 in the rest of the fight. Oh, and the baby can die now. Kind of served his life purpose. And now I have to knock Twin Mold down because there's no more, Oh, I think I messed up. So when I was, spinning Twin Mold, I completely forgot to actually spin Twin Mold, like spin the circle pad. Because I was just about to say that when you spin the circle pad, you do 1.5 times more damage to Twin Mold, killing Twin Mold in 3 spins instead of 4. Oh, or maybe I did do the spins, because that was 3 spins. Maybe I did it subconsciously, because I actually don't remember actually doing the spins. But I guess I did. Hey, I'll take it. Better killing him at, you know, what should be 3 throws instead of 4. 1 whole throw makes a huge difference. I don't know, that's pretty strange. I seriously thought I forgot to spin on the first 2. Well, we take those. Whatever works. Whatever works. Alright, so after all these little cutscenes here, and once I regain control of Link, I will go straight into Sakon's hideout. And, you know, you guessed it, we're gonna use Gorn Missile to get into it early. Yeah, if you run it enough, muscle memory tends to take over some things. So, that really works out. It seemed like it was out of the way that I got the owl earlier before going into the Gibdo house. But it kind of works out this way because now I can just go straight to putting on the Goron's mask and going straight to the spiked roll when going towards Cyclone's hideout, because it's either I do the spiked roll quickly or I'd have to take the time to set up for Goron Missile just to reach land. Alright, so... But I'll stop the Spike Thrower right here, and I'm gonna set up Goron Missile right here? Right before loading up that area, because if you go fast enough with Goron Missile, you can get into this area while it's still unloaded. But like the loading zones and stuff are still there. So, but the big boulder blocking the way, that's not loaded. So we just roll right in. So, unfortunately, not even Goron Missile could skip this entire part of Sakon's Hideout, which is gonna... We pretty much just have to do it normally. But, you know, no big deal. At least the text goes by really fast. And Goron Link can just punch the plants. Once I'm done with Sakon's Hideout, I'm gonna immediately soar back into Clock Town. There's just a little bit of cleaning up to do still over there. But soon enough, we're gonna set up for one of the major wrong warps in the game. But all this is just pretty much cleaning up and preparing for the wrong warp and such. Why doesn't Goron just punch the glass box and grab the mask? Cause he doesn't want to break his nails. Oh, dang. I got caught by Sakon. That's unfortunate. I guess I'm not entering Sakon's hideout after all. What a shame. Well, I guess we're not going into Sakon's hideout now. But that's okay. I'm just going back into Clock Town anyway. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and deposit these rupees right now. Because soon enough, I'm going to have enough rupees for to have 200. And that's going to be really important for... Wait a minute. It's nighttime. I think I should be able to get in there without doing the Zora thing. Yes, I could. Alright, sweet. I mean, a little bit of a shame that I don't get to show off the Zora clip, but at the same time, you know, saves a little bit. Now from here, I'm actually going to play Song of Soaring to go straight back to the Clocktown Owl, because it's actually faster to do it this way since I can skip the little cutscene that shows the wings and such. And it's less loading zones this way as well. Less loading in general, because you have to go through a few loading zones just to get back into the South Clocktown. So I'm going to go ahead and hand over the priority mail to Postman right now. And once I leave, I'm going to immediately Song of Double Time to 4 o'clock. Because there are things I could do at Terminal Field up until it's time to get the Postman's hat and the couple's mask. Alright, got some magic, so that's nice. Because I actually needed some magic right now. Oops. Alright, so since we still have like an hour of in-game time to kill, it's definitely a good time to pick up the Kamara mask right now, and we can take even more time to kill 2 snow Enos, with the light arrows to get to 99 rupees, because it's faster to do that than it is to get the chest with the silver rupee afterwards. Because if I just go straight to the stockpot in right now, I'd still have to wait for cafe anyway, so it kind of just works out. Right, and there's the postman hat. I'm also going to be making another safety save really soon when I soar to Move Cafe. So I'm gonna make it making a safety save as I village, cause if for some reason or for I don't know how I didn't do any home buffer buffer. Excuse me. But in case it's not, you know, I'm def. You're actually gonna see that pretty soon enough. Wrong warp to of Snowhead Temple. Now that these two have had their illegal wedding, let's go ahead and save the world from a by going to feed some starving and freezing gore on some rock meat. Alright, so I'm gonna save it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Gibdo mask in the bottle. I'm gonna capture this fairy and oh, okay, he didn't do it. Well, that's interesting. That's okay. I'll just rewarp, try it again. So what I'm trying to do here is do an ESS bottle dupe over the Gibdo mask, because this is how we're gonna set up for the wrong warp. There we go. That's better. Alright, but the hot spring water has to specifically go into the Gibdo bottle, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on the 1 touch button. I might have to do a little bit of the waiting, because according to my cycle timer that nobody else can see right now, oh, you know what? Oh, that's right. I should have kept that there. Alright, no big deal. I have time to fix up this equip anyway, because I do have to wait. So, move this here. Oh, and, very importantly, set up the alarm, the tattle alarm, for the thing. Alright, should be good now. That wasn't too long of a wait. Thankfully, this should be fine. Things should be fine. Things look good. But time is going insanely fast, so I have to immediately play Inverted Song of Time to turn time back to normal. The game really freaks out when you put hot spring water into the Gibdo mask. And good, that works out. I just need to make it 3 o'clock in the in-game time. Fingers crossed that I get lucky with the Rock Sword. Oops. I'm also gonna need some magic as well. So, a glitch I'm gonna do pretty soon is called Action Swap. I'm gonna do it on the Goron, one of the Gorons, to light up one of the torches. So I can just light it up really quickly. But I need some magic, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that right now. I didn't mean to bonk into the wall. And then since you can only really shoot straight forward, go ahead and do that. If I don't get the meat first try, then I'm gonna have to time an invert soon enough. Nice, I got it first try. Cool. I'll take it. Hopefully the other parts of the movement weren't too slow to the point that I might have to invert anyway, but we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this goes. But I have to be really careful and really pay attention. Once I start hearing bells, then I know I'm in trouble. Oh, that was weird. Alright. Camera, please. Yeah, the moment I start hearing bells, I'm gonna have to invert. Especially at any point before getting the Don Giro mask. And I'm definitely gonna make a safety save right before the wrong warp, just in case. Because I really don't want to end up wrong warping while being in the wrong place. Because where you wrong warp is completely dependent on where you're currently located. And and you'll only do the wrong warp when you're located in a place where a transition happens. Alright, I don't think I heard any bells. But I'm still gonna make a safety save, of course, because the moon can still crash for all I know. Instead of wrong warping. Oh, and we got Walladuke coming up. Like, right now-ish. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this mask off. Or actually, you can just put this on, this, and hook shot. Wait, keep that. Okay. I kind of messed up already. So I'm gonna go ahead and just reload the last save since I made the save. So it's a good thing I made that backup. Because what I was supposed to do is that I was supposed to put on the postman's hat when I did that mass storage. So let's try that again. Nope, didn't do it that time. Let me go ahead and invert. There we go. Okay. Wait. Hold on, let me try again. So the issue I was having is that I kept shielding before grabbing the ledge, and he's not supposed to do that. So let's try that again. Oh, oops. Alright. Oh, okay. That was... Oops. That was definitely on me. Alright. Don't worry. We'll get this right. We'll get this right. Because what I'm supposed to do is unequip the... Once I get it, I have to unequip the Deku Mask while in midair. We'll get it, though. We'll get it down. There we go. It's also possible a soft lock here if I really mess up. Like when I pull out that hook shot and when I escape it, you have to press the A button to get out of that hook shot. Otherwise, if you press the B button instead to pull out your sword to get rid of the hook shot, that's gonna soft lock a game. So very, very important difference to know with that. Alright, now I'm just gonna chill out on the postman's bed, because I want to enter the dream world. And, you know, so the dream world can spit me back out and put me in Ghost's room for some reason. But yeah, that's your first major wrong warp in this run. So yeah, time to finish up Snowhead Temple right about now. Once I knock him down the first time though, I'm gonna have to equip. Ah! He just kicked me in the face! Alright, well, I guess it's gonna take a little longer to knock him down. Jeez. Let's go a full lap now. That's absurd, but it's whatever. There we go. Give me this, and this, and this. So now the rest I can just do as Human Link, as long as I don't mess up. I just, this time I shoot 4 regular arrows, and then a light arrow. And then knock him down the same way again. Oh, except that happened. I probably should have gotten closer before trying that again, though. There we go. And then just finish him off here. And he's done. So, I hope you liked that wrong warp, because we're about to do another one real soon. About to wrong warp to Garog's room next. Well, I don't need that heart. This isn't Hundo. I'm used to Hundo sometimes. Used to just getting a heart, but I just, you know, just go straight to the Mass Remains. I have a fairy in a bottle that's inside a duplicated bottle, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not. So yeah, after this cutscene, I'm gonna definitely make another safety save again, just in case, because It's definitely much more. I'm much more likely to get a moon crash with the gyro ground warp, because if I don't pull out the ocarina in time, the moment the wrong warp happens, time is still going crazy fast, even after the wrong warp. And if you don't pull out your ocarina on time and play Song of Inverted Time, the moon will crash. But we're getting there. We're getting close, or relatively close. Once I beat Gyroark, I will play Song of Time and start the third and final cycle. And just clean up on a few more masks. We're getting the Gibdo mask being one of them. And then do the moon trials and that's it. We're getting there though. But you know, first things first. Make the safety save. If I can get some magic drops, that would be great. I should have got one of the magic pots in the goat fight, but it just didn't happen. Okay, so I have just a little bit of waiting to do. In here now, I have to wait for the cycle timer to reach the wrong warp cycle. But it doesn't look like it's gonna take too long. And then we kill Ganon and save Princess Peach. Yeah, totally. And don't forget, we're gonna ride Yoshi all the way up into the moon to do so. Let's do that. Okay, we should be good. Alright. The wrong warp should happen, but I do need to pull out the ocarina. The speed that the time is going really fast varies. So I might either have just one frame to pull it out, or I might have several. But we'll see. I'm just pretty much gonna mash and hope for the best. Nice. Good. Good. No moon crash. We're safe. Alright, let's see if I can get some of the strats to make this fight a little faster. Oh, okay then. Alright, so this is a little strat that we have for, like, early phase 2 Gyroark. So let's see if I get him. Ooh, this might not work. Yeah, I don't know if I can still pull it off. Ah, that was so close. Can I still catch him? Oh, I can still catch him. Yeah, I got him. Good. Very nice. Okay. I'm out of magic, but I can still punch the eyeball. Alright, good. Good. It's great that I got that strat, because now the fight, I can rely just a little less on RNG, because the rest of this fight pretty much comes down to RNG now. Alright, good. Because it's very possible for that bomb to just explode, and there would be nothing I could do about it, but it reached him, which is good. And now I just need him to stop in a good spot that's really close to one of the bombs. Like, right there would be perfect. That's even better, probably. Nice. I got a very lucky Gyroark. This is a very lucky one. Very nice. Alright, well, I definitely don't have to worry about the cycle timer anymore. All the wrong warps are done. Gyro is dead. And the rest of the run is just mass cleanups. Did not mean to do a jump attack there. I thought he was gonna roll. Alright, so once this cutscene is over, I'm just gonna play Song of Time and begin cycle 3. And basically what cycle 3 is that, so I withdraw the 200 rupees that are in the bank. Then I play Song of Double Time to make it midnight and get the Stray Fairy in East Clocktown. And then I go straight to rescuing Granny from Sakon to get the Blast Mask. And then I go straight to the Fairy Fountain to get the Great Fairy Mask. And then I warp to Iconic Canyon to re-get the Gibdo Mask. And then I make my way towards the graveyard, killing some blue bubbles along the way with light arrows to go from 200 rupees to 500 rupees so I could buy the all-night mask later. And, but that's all that before getting the Catman's hat from Kita Skip. But yeah, once I get the all-night mask, then I could just enter the clock tower and do the moon trials, and then we'll be done. My brain was thinking play Song of Soaring the clock town, but no. No, definitely gotta play Song of Time here. Because whatever in-game time you get on Gyro is just dependent on how quickly you pull out the Ocarina, but that's also dependent on how fast time is going after doing all the wrong warp shenanigans. So, yeah, definitely better off playing Song of Time here. Because we definitely, the only time we could save Granny for the Blast Mask is on the night of the first day. And night of the first day only. Alright, so let's go ahead. Withdraw these 200 right now. And then Song of Double Time to 12 specifically, because that's when Sakon, not Sakon, sorry, that's when the Granny appears in North Clocktown. Sakon's just there creepily waiting to mug her, but he doesn't actually mug her until 12:20. So that's enough time for us to go ahead and grab that Stray Fairy and then make our way there. Now, one of the nice changes about the 3DS version is that once we hit Sakon, the whole thing ends. So what I could do right here is throw a punch out the moment it hits 12:20, like at some point after 12:19, like like a frame or so afterwards. And then his punch comes out and he immediately gets hit. And as long as he gets hit in this version, it just ends. The whole thing just ends immediately. So it's very useful. And then I could just head straight to the Fairy Fountain and get the Great Fairy Mask as well. But then after that, we'll soar straight to Arcana Canyon and re-get the Gibdo Mask. Because I don't need the Gibdo Mask anymore. I mean, excuse me, I don't need to wrong warp anymore, so I don't need the bottle that's over the Gibdo Mask anymore. I can go ahead and get the Gibdo Mask back, because I do need to get the actual Gibdo Mask back in order to get the Fierce Deity Mask on the moon. And it's also important that I keep that magic full, because sometimes I would accidentally have a habit of getting spiked roll with Gorn Link on the way out of the music box house, or rather, after leaving the music box house. But I'm not supposed to do that. I gotta conserve some magic and save it for using light arrows on some of the bubbles. So let's go ahead and go to Arcana Canyon right now and make my our way to the music box house. So get him out of the way. But I do want light arrows here and Bunny Hood as well. Yep, that worked. Exactly as we did before when we first got the Gibdo mask earlier in the run. But you definitely haven't seen the end of Goron Missile. There's still plenty of more Goron Missiles I'll be doing. Even on the moon. There's gonna be plenty of those on the moon during the moon trials as well. Goron Missile really gets you around in this game. It's pretty nice. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this house and I have to remember not to accidentally use the spike rolls. Or if I do, just pick up some magic. But I also need some arrows right now, so I might pick it up anyway. Yep. I ended up picking the magic up anyway. So, kind of works out. Alright, so these are the bubbles I'm going to shoot to get to 500 rupees. And it's pretty much going to take the entirety of my magic bar. So that's why keeping a full magic bar when coming in here is really important. And there we have it. We got 500 now. And it worked out because I was on my way to the graveyard anyway. So I'm going to go ahead, make my way to where the chest is for the captain's hat and perform key to skip. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to get it. It might take a few tries though. If I get a first try though, that'd be great. So let me go ahead, pull out the hook shot. Let's get that mask. There we go. Alright. Took a little bit, but, you know, better than nothing. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and play Song of Double Time until it's final night, but past midnight. Because that way, not only would I be able to buy the all-night mask right away, but I can also enter the clock tower as well. And it's really fast to do it here since there's no transitions whatsoever. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally make it 5. Because if I do that, the Curiosity Shop would actually be closed. They close at 5. Pretty much. So, have to just be slightly careful there not to accidentally press A while pressing R to go all the way at the end when choosing an hour. While playing Song of Double Time. Alright, in we go. And it will be in the moon soon. Get to see Goron Missile break half of the trials. Exactly half the trials. There isn't much use for it for the Twin Mole trial. But it just destroys both the Goat trial and the Adowa trial. And unfortunately, the Zora trial can't really be broken because of the way they've changed it. Would have been nice though. So, I hope everyone enjoyed the run so far. Got to show off some nice wrong warps. I got to show off a wallet dupe. I got to show off a buttload of Gorn missiles. And I still get to show off a little more of those Gorn missiles too. And there's that one time that I did the first person glitch. Glad I got to at least show that one off. That's one of the nicer glitches, but unfortunately you don't get to see it very often unless I'm running hundo or something, 100%. Because any percent never even gets the hook shot. So in that category you wouldn't even see that. You wouldn't even see the hook shot either. Hey, and better yet, at the very end we get to watch Fierce Deity pummel just to completely destroy Majora, which is always a nice treat. After doing all the other stuff. I want to say we should be alright. I don't think this is going to go over estimate. I don't think it will, but yeah, we'll see as we get close enough to Majora's Wrath. Or unless, you know, unless I somehow do a Gorn missile crash, which shouldn't be the case. That should not happen. I've never had that happen on the moon before. I could make a safety save just in case. They do have a feather statue up in the moon that I could save at just in case that happens, because much rather not have to watch this cutscene twice, especially not this cutscene twice. Giant's cutscene is pretty long, yeah. Longer than their legs, and their legs are pretty massive. Hey, thanks so much for the good luck wish. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're pretty much at the final stretch for the All Masters run. Just the trials and the final boss fight, and that's it. Yeah, this game is really weird, but it's really fun, so it all works out. Good to know. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks. Alrighty. Let's get started with these trials. I'm still gonna make that safety save though. I'm not messing around with these Goron missiles. They do crash the game sometimes. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, they still move. They still move during the little thing. Whatever. It works out. He was able to come a little closer anyway. I don't normally save on that with that feather statue, so I'm surprised to see that the kids still move around while I'm saving and such. All right, so now you see this trial, and now it's done, and that's trial number 1. It's usually the goat trial that I do first, but the order doesn't matter all that much, because in this version, we don't have to worry about equipping the masks beforehand, or, you know, during trying to give it to them. It just goes straight to the mask menu, and the cursor is left off on the last mask that I touched, so it's pretty good. I probably don't even need Bunny Hood either. I can do the Twin Wheel trial just with Goron for most of it anyway. Alright, and this is the other trial that we just completely skipped. Thanks to Goron Missile. Alright. Well, that's 2 down and 2 to go. But that's about it for Goron Missiles. That was the last Goron Missile you see in a run. But it's been fun. That's did a lot of Goron Missiles today. I do actually get to show off one more mask jump during the Twin Wheel trial. Oh, oops. Wait, come back. I didn't mean to press B to get out of that, but I don't know if some of you remember the mask jump that I did way back at Pirate's Fortress, but this is the only other place where we do the mask jump. Oh, oops. It actually skips having to play Song of Healing or Epona Song or something on one of the Gossip Stones to make the ladder appear, since we could just jump over it, or jump to the ledge that we're trying to skip climbing the ladder on. Alright, so since I don't have any Deku Nuts this time, I'm gonna have to just fight him with Goron Link. Or I don't have any Deku Sticks either. But it works out. I'm already Goron Link anyway. So yeah, you could have the option to play Song of Healing or Epona Song on that Gossip Stone. But since I'm going to do Master up here to skip it anyway, it works out. Oh, okay. I thought he died in 2 punches after that. But no big deal. I should be on top of the chest. It should spawn right underneath. Yes, perfect. Good. Alright, so go ahead, put that on, and then, mass jump. Nice. And it was first try. Alright. But I definitely want to play Epona Song on this stone here. Song of Storms would be the fastest one to play, but I don't have Song of Storms, so Epona Song, I think, is the next best thing. And finally, we have the Gyarg trial last. That's coming up for those of you who have never seen or play the Majora's Mask 3D remake yet. You are going to see a huge difference as opposed to the Zora trial in the original. Definitely a lot more Zora swimming, but at least I got some magic throughout the thing, so I can just swim as quickly. As I want, but I will be mashing R. It's faster to mash R in Zora swimming in this game than it is to do dolphin diving. There isn't too much to it with this one. Just gotta make the jumps pretty much, the dolphin dives. Yeah, you really don't want to mess it up though, especially if you're close enough to the end. Because then, you know, if you void out, you have to start way, like, from the beginning of the trial, and nobody wants that. But yeah, the fishes swimming in front of the correct exits, that's pretty much your hint. Just choose the exit that has all that little group of fishies swimming right in front of it. And that's it. Oh, I'm actually curious, with where the timer is right now, I might go very slightly over the estimate on a final boss fight, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if I can clutch it out. Let's see if I can still get the sub 235, the sub estimate. Kind of really close though. But I might go overestimate. Just very slightly overestimate though. Hey, it's a good thing I finished a Link Between Worlds before this, like several minutes before the estimate though. So it kind of works out anyway. But hey, now you get to enjoy some Fierce Deity smashing. I just still put the Goron mask on first. Oops. Just to skip that little cutscene with putting the Fierce Deity mask on for the first time. Alright, well, we're overestimate, but let's see if I can get that sub 236 though. Okay, time is coming up pretty soon. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Time. Well, we may have gone over, a little overestimate, but hey, we got the sub 237 though, so I'll take it.
So unsure how correct the timer was as well. Same error this time that I messed it up.
Oh, okay.
So it's consistent with missing Ryan.
Hmm.
But yeah, still. Still be quite good. Yeah, we still got 22 minutes for each post to start, but yeah, do you have anything more to want to say before we switch into intermission?
Uh, yeah, just, thanks for having me. This was pretty